Hi, today I come up with a new interesting topic that is SIEM cybersecurity in the real world scenarios, implementing security monitoring and to detect and respond effectively. This is interesting topic in the cybersecurity. Please try to subscribe to share interesting learning videos in coming days. SIEM concepts and real world applications. SIEM in the real-world cybersecurity context, centralized event aggregation. SIEM gathers logs and events from diverse sources like firewalls, servers, and cloud platforms, centralized security data, threat detection, and correlations. SIEM correlates events in near real time to detect suspicious patterns and potential security incidents. Integration with security operations centers. SIEM is embedded with SOCs to prioritize alerts and guide effective incident response by analysts. Compliance and proactive defense. SIEM supports compliance with standards and enables proactive cybersecurity defense through continuous tuning and training. Definition and core functions of SIEM. SIEM overview. SIEM centralizes visibility, detection, and response across an organization's IT environment. Log collection and normalization. SIEM collects and normalizes logs from diverse sources such as networks, databases, and cloud services. Event correlations and detections. Correlation rules and analytics which detects suspicious pattern indicating attacks or privacy policy violations. Alerting and compliance. SIEM prioritizes alerts by risk and supports reporting for compliance and audit trails. Why SIEM is critical for organizations. Modern threat complexity. Cyber threats are multi stage and stealthy, bypassing traditional controls like firewalls and antivirus solutions. Holistic visibility and detections. SIEM provides comprehensive monitoring across systems, enabling early detection of breaches before escalations, reducing response time. SIEM reduces mean time to detect and respond, limiting financial loss and reputational damage. Compliance and strategic insights. SIEM supports regulatory compliance and provides metrics that guide security investments and strategy. Real world phishing attack scenarios. Phishing attack method. Phishing exploits human trust by sending fake emails using users to click malicious link or open attachments. Credentials harvesting. Fake login pages collect usernames and passwords, enabling attackers to access corporate systems undetected. SIEM correlation rule. SIEM correlates email and authentication logs to detect suspicious behaviors like unusual logins and access patterns. SIEM detection of phishing attacks. Data correlation of for detection. SIEM detects phishing by correlating email logs, web proxies, and authentications data to uncover attack patterns. Anomaly detection and behavior analytics. Behavior analytics compares current user activity to baselines, flagging unusual logging locations and times. User and entity behavior analytics. UEBA integration enhances SIEM by identifying deviations in user behavior beyond static rule detections. Responses to alerts. SOC analysts use SIEM alerts to quickly identify compromised accounts even with valid credentials. SOC responses to phishing incidents. Alert validation. SOC analyst confirms alerts as true positives by reviewing logs and contextual data for accuracy. Immediate containment. Containment involves disabling accounts, resetting passwords, and revoking active sessions to stop threats. Investigation and forensics. Analysts investigate lateral movement by examining access to emails, file shares, and cloud applications. Continuous improvement, lessons learned, refine SIEM rules, and improve detection, supporting effective response workflows. Real world ransomware attack scenario. Initial access and execution. Ransomware typically enters systems via phishing email, malicious attachments, or exploited vulnerabilities. Encryption and persistence. After execution, ransom encrypt files and maintains persistence while communicating with C2 servers. Data exfiltration and double extortion. Attackers often steal sensitive data before encryption to pressure victims through double extortion tactics. SIM for early detection. Security information and event management detects anomalies like unusual processes and suspicious network activity in time. SIEM detection of ransomware activity. Telemetry correlations. SIEM correlates endpoint, network, and security tool telemetry to detect ransomware behaviors effectively. Suspicious endpoint activity. EDR logs identify suspicious process behaviors like mass file renaming or encryption indicating ransomware activity. SIEM correlations rules triggers alerts when multiple ransomware indicators occur simultaneously across systems. Advanced detection techniques, threat intelligence, and behavioral analytics in SIEM detect unknown ransomware variants early in attacks. SOC responses to ransomware incidents. Immediate endpoint isolations, blocking malicious sources, stop scope assessment with SIEM. SIEM timeframes helps determine affected systems and data exfiltration to assess the full extent of the attack. Restore, recovery, and post incident measures. Insider threat scenario in the real world. Challenges of insider threats involve authorized users, making detection complex, increasing cybersecurity risk. Common insider threat scenario: privileged users may transfer sensitive data outside normal hours, even bypassing traditional controls. Baseline and anomaly detection. SIEM detection of insider threats. Brute force attack scenario. Nature of brute force attacks. Brute force attacks are automated tools to try many username and password combinations to breach authentications. Common targets: public facing applications, VPN gateways, and remote desktop services are frequent targets for brute force attacks. Detection using SIEM detects brute force by correlating authentication logs, source IPs, failed attempts to identify attacks, indicators of attack, repeated failed logins from one source to multiple accounts, signal for possible brute force attack attempt. SIEM detection of brute force attacks. Correlation rules, thresholds, detection of distributed attacks, threat intelligence, SOC response and prevention. Alerts enable SOC teams to block offending IPs, enforce account lockouts, and prevent credential compromises effectively. Operational challenges with SIEM: alert fatigue issues, log volume and noise, integration and data quality, scalability and performance. Best practices effective is SIEM use. Use case-driven approach. Align detection rules with actual business risks to focus on irrelevant threats and reduce noise. Alert tuning and review. Performance integration. Continuous training and threat hunting. Conclusion: SIEM as a SOC capability. Challenges and solutions. Investment and resilience. This is the last slide for an interesting topic. Please try to subscribe to share more interesting videos. Thank you.